What's going on, everyone? It's been a few weeks since we had our last video, but we're doing something a little different today. We always talk about pretty much three main things: saving money, making money, and investing money on this channel. But the real question is, why are we doing it? What's the real purpose behind all of it? And today, we're here to show you that purpose.
I'm lazy, living in a daydream, feeling like I'm waiting for no one. Look at my new painting, color never changing. All this time I'm wasting on no one. All these faces that I've never known, looking for a place that they can call their own. I don't need much to call it a home. I'm doing just fine. If they need me, I'll be underneath the palm tree, where I lay my head, where I lay my head, and I ain't gotta worry. All my worries fled.
If I want to live like this, then in the meantime, I'm going to have to do a little bit of investing to fuel my future. Let me ask you something. If you had the day off, what would you be doing? Would you want to sit home? Would you want to watch Netflix all day? Maybe would you want to go out and do something, explore something new, go on a waterfall, jump off a cliff, hop on a plane? I don't know, whatever floats your boat. Odds are, it probably costs money. And so that's the whole point of everything we talk about on this channel. We do this all for a reason. We want to enjoy our lives, we want to do something, but what's the best way to do it and how can we keep up with it? So like most people, I don't want to work my entire life, and as you can see, I really like being outside and enjoying it, but I have to do a few things behind the scenes in order to afford it, and eventually I want to be able to afford it full time. So here's what I do. We all need to think ahead and think, how can I actually afford the things I want to do? And so there's so many ways to start off, but I think the absolute best one is to go way long term to when you're actually at the normal retirement age, and that's investing in your Roth IRA. So in your Roth IRA, you're allowed to put up to $6,000 a year, and I split that up into 3 different index funds, and I do $500 per month split across those index funds. After I max out my Roth IRA, I move into my normal taxable accounts. Right now in my taxable account, I use M1 Finance as the broker, and I'm putting $300 a week into different index ETFs. I think it gives you broad exposure and it allows you to benefit on the upside without getting too hurt badly on the downside because you're well diversified. After maxing out my Roth IRA, after doing $300 a week into my M1 Finance account for my index funds and ETFs, I get a little zesty and I got my dividend portfolio. $100 a week, we got over 40 companies. It's more of a hobby, but what do we talk about on this channel? A hobby that makes us money, absolutely. So it's my favorite account. It's something a little fun that I do on the side, but helps me in the long run. Now, once you build up these accounts, there's 2 things you can do to live off of this money so you can then go out and explore all the waterfalls that your heart desires. So in the 2 ways that you can live off of this money, there's the 4X rule and just living off of your dividends. I think living off your dividends is the more simple one. So for example, in my dividend account, it has a dividend yield. It's the percentage of money that that account will pay me annually. So think if you have $100,000 and the dividend yield is 4%, you will get $4,000 a year. Simple enough, right? The other one is a little more complex, but still pretty simple. For the 4X rule, you got to do a little bit of math, but bear with me, it won't be too bad. We're not going back to trig right now. All you have to do is first figure out how much you spend in a year. If you spend $50,000, for example, you're going to want to multiply that number by 25. You're now at $1,250,000 that you would need saved up, because here's where it gets good. You just take out 4% a year. 4% a year with the stock market's average return of 7%, theoretically, you will never run out of money, and you kind of now have a little infinite pool of money to work from. So now if we do take 4% every single year, that's going to be down to $50,000. Look at that. Those are 2 ways that you can live off of your investments, and now you're back to exploring waterfalls, jumping off cliffs, and playing on rope swings. The best part about it is you can start right now. You can start in this moment, and in fact, you should. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you get a little bit of that compound interest. Compound interest is that sweet, sweet interest you make on your interest that you've already gotten. You're getting money for making more money, and then it makes you more money, and it's just this awesome staircase of more money. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing, right? So the sooner you start, the better off you'll be, and you'll be able to live your wonderful, lavish life sooner than later. You won't have to work for someone else, slave the 9 to 5, rat race, you know what I'm talking about. And good news for you. You ready? Look in the description down below. I got 2 links to help you get started. One is with M1 Finance. Sign up with my referral link. You'll get $10 free when opening your account. Second link is with Webull. If you put $100 in, you'll get 2 free stocks. 2 free stocks. There is a fly around me right now, and I don't like it at all. If you don't have an account, you might as well, because what's wrong with free money? I hope you enjoyed this video, got a little value from it, and I'll see you in next week's video.